This is Duke University.
Are there any final questions any of you would like to pose for Bele?
You mentioned earlier that at different times in your career, the guitar played a strong role, and other times the singer has. I was wondering if you could compare somehow the role that the guitar and the singer has, because obviously they're deeply integrated. But what is it that they give you and inspire you, your creativity, your views differently?
In that time, when the guitar was more important for me, I was more musical. My movement was like a translation, like I said. I didn't want to express my own, not as much my own feelings then, but wanted to dance the music. That was the core of my show, like dance the music. So I had the best musicians, so that was the best music. It was really off the top. So I translated that into movement. So my movement was very feminine, very flowing, very, ¿cómo se dice? Aesthetic. I couldn't, in that moment I was not powerful enough, but because I think for facing a singer and really dancing the singing, you have to be much more powerful. There's a much bigger confrontation with the singer, with the voice, than with the guitar. The guitar is always behind you, and it can be very aggressive also, but it's not the same. Somehow it's sweeter, it's softer, it touches other places. But the singer has a body. One thing about guitarists that we're working a lot in contemporary flamenco is what happens with the bodies of guitarists. They're sitting down, they don't stand up, they don't face you, they never move around stage. So what happens? Their music, their body is music. But the singer has a body and walks around, and he can face you or be here, not be behind, but be close to you, like in Invitados. I use the singers and I place them in uncomfortable places for me. So I have to go and face him, he's singing here or whatever. So when I got enough power, enough confidence in myself to face a singer and confront him, then I changed. I finished that period of musical choreographies, and I started a period of voice. And the voice was my inspiration. So at first it was no guitar, only singing, only music. Music and dance. Music and footwork, music and movement. I'm still there. I find it, and it's much more difficult because I give total freedom to my singers, so I don't force them to do the structure I want or the letras I want, so they can choose any letra in any given moment. So I have to be really listening to them and really attentive to, okay, now he's going to change. Oh, he didn't change. He's going to take longer. Oh, this letra is shorter. Oh, he finished. Oh, what do I do now? Yeah, I have to improvise a lot, and I have to be really in contact with them, really close to them, and really respecting them, but at the same time it's a fight. It's like it's a confrontation, and I really love that. But because it's also a masculine, feminine thing. It's also, I am powerful and you are powerful. And let's see who owns the stage. But I'm the dancer. But there's this thing with these big singers in Sevilla. So that's where I am now. It's much more dangerous. And one of the things that move me right now is danger. When I perform, I have to be in danger. I have to really put myself in some kind of danger, not all the time, but some part of the show has to be something that I don't know what's going to be. It's something that will come out in a different way for everybody, not only for me, but for them. So that's my process now. I don't know. In Medusa, I'm not going to use singing. I'm not. I'll use a lot of silence, and I don't know what music yet. But so I'm like moving. Maybe next year I don't have singers.